I bet you didn't know that your brain can be in overdrive, cluttered, overwhelmed, and stuck in a loop of stress and negativity. We numb, we perfect, we pretend, we hustle, we ghost. We do anything to avoid the vulnerability of feeling overwhelmed and inadequate. The truth is, we weren't meant to live this way. Our worthiness, our belonging, our joy, they are all on the other side of feeling our way through vulnerability. But vulnerability is hard. It's scary. And sometimes it feels easier to just stay stuck. What if I told you there's a way to break free from this chaos? Welcome to Fit Body Sharp Mind channel. Today, we're diving into how to 1F asterisk your brain, a step-by-step guide to rewiring your mindset, reducing stress, and taking back control. Let's get real. Our brains are wired for survival, not happiness. For thousands of years, our ancestors survived by constantly scanning for threats. That vigilance kept us alive, but it also wired our brains for negativity, for what researchers call negativity bias. Negativity bias is that inner voice that whispers, "You're not good enough, you're going to fail, everyone's judging you." It's an ancient mechanism designed to keep us safe, but in today's world it often leaves us stuck in cycles of overthinking and self-doubt. Here's the thing, we don't have to listen to that voice. We can choose courage over comfort. We can choose vulnerability. But first, we have to understand how negativity bias shows up in our lives. Research tells us that 47% of the time our minds wander, often drifting into negative or unproductive thoughts. To break free, we need to retrain our brains, to choose joy, to choose connection, to choose vulnerability, even when it's hard. The first step to 1F asterisking your brain is to build awareness. We can't change what we don't acknowledge, right? So let's get curious about those mental loops. What are the recurring negative thoughts that keep you stuck? Are you constantly replaying past mistakes, worrying about future scenarios, criticizing yourself for not being, doing, or having enough? Start by simply noticing your thoughts without judgment. Imagine your thoughts are cars on a highway, just observe them passing by. Journaling is another great way to shine a light on those mental loops. Try writing down your negative thoughts as they come up. By simply noticing and naming our mental loops, we take away their power. Our brains are like sponges, soaking up everything we feed them. The problem is, negativity bias makes our brains Velcro for bad experiences and Teflon for good ones. But here's the good news, neuroplasticity, our brain's ability to change and adapt, isn't just for kids. We can teach our old brains new tricks. We can intentionally feed our minds with positivity, gratitude, and joy. One of the most powerful ways to rewire your brain is through gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. Dr. Rick Hansen, a renowned psychologist, explains it this way: neurons that fire together wire together. When we intentionally focus on positive experiences, even for a few seconds, we strengthen those neural pathways. So, how do we cultivate more gratitude? It can be as simple as starting a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These small moments, practiced consistently, can have a profound impact on your mental well-being. Our brains love shortcuts. They're wired for efficiency, which is great when we're dodging traffic or remembering where we put our keys. But sometimes those mental shortcuts, known as cognitive distortions, lead us down a rabbit hole of anxiety, stress, and self-doubt. Cognitive distortions are those irrational thoughts that pop into our heads and feel 100% true, even when they're not. They're like those funhouse mirrors at the carnival. They distort our perception of reality. Some common cognitive distortions include catastrophizing, imagining the worst-case scenario in every situation; all-or-nothing thinking, seeing things in black and white with no shades of gray; mind-reading, assuming we know what others are thinking, usually negatively; labeling, assigning negative labels to ourselves and others. The key to challenging cognitive distortions is to become aware of them, and then to question their validity. Remember, our thoughts are not facts. We have the power to choose which thoughts we believe and which ones we challenge. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Our daily habits have a profound impact on our mental clarity, focus, and overall well-being. One of the most powerful habits for 1F asterisking your brain is exercise. Exercise is not just about physical health, it's brain food. When we move our bodies, we release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that boost our mood, reduce stress, and improve sleep. A 2018 study in The Lancet found that regular physical activity can reduce symptoms of depression by 26%. Even a 10-minute walk can be enough to shift your mindset. Sleep is another non-negotiable for a healthy brain. When we sleep, our brains clear out toxins, consolidate memories, and recharge for the day ahead. Finally, let's talk about screen time. Our devices are amazing tools, but too much screen time can wreak havoc on our mental health. Set boundaries around your screen time, create tech-free zones in your home, and prioritize real-life connections over virtual ones. Remember, small changes made consistently lead to big results. Sometimes UNF***ing your brain requires letting go of toxic relationships, of perfectionism, of the need to control everything. It's about surrendering to what is, accepting what we can't change, and focusing our energy on what we can. Letting go of toxic relationships is essential for mental well-being. These relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, drain our energy, diminish our self-worth, and keep us stuck in unhealthy patterns. It takes courage to walk away from people who don't support our growth, but it's a gift we give ourselves. Perfectionism is another form of self-sabotage. It's that voice that whispers, "It's not good enough. You could have done better. You're not worthy unless you're perfect." Perfectionism is a recipe for anxiety, burnout, and disappointment. Finally, letting go of the need to control everything is a game changer. Life is unpredictable. Surrender is not about giving up. It's about accepting what is and choosing peace over control. It's about letting go of the oars, allowing the current to carry us, and trusting that we'll end up exactly where we're meant to be. Your brain is powerful, but you are the one in charge. You have the power to choose which thoughts you believe, which habits you cultivate, and which relationships you nurture. By identifying mental loops, rewiring with positivity, challenging distortions, building healthy habits, and letting go of what you can't control, you can truly unfasterisk your brain and create a life of clarity and purpose. Start today. Your future self will thank you.